Hey, thanks for tuning in. So today's episode is really about what's happening with the G70. You know, we've heard rumors now for the past few years, couple of years, I guess I should say, that the G70 is done. This year, being 2024, the G70 is not going to be produced after 2024. And then we heard that again this year, 2025 models the last year. And so, what's happening with the G70? Well, I can tell you that I've received recent confirmation from my Genesis dealer through Genesis Canada that, in fact, a 2026 G70 is going to be made. It's scheduled in the factory, and we'll see one in 2026. So I think that's really great news that the G70 is not going to be done. It's an important part of their lineup, and it's in fact their third best-selling car in the Genesis lineup right now. So, it would be foolish for the brand to stop a car that's selling relatively well. And it's selling more and more as the brand gets more noticed worldwide. So I think that's fantastic. Now, what's really particularly interesting about this, though, is that um, I think there's more coming for the G70. We've been hearing a lot in the news about the brand and where it's going from a performance perspective. As you've seen, they've created the Genesis Magma division, which is their performance-oriented division to compete with BMW M, Mercedes AMG, and Audi RS. And you can see that this is a pretty serious undertaking for the company. They've established the brand overseas in Germany through the new G70 ring taxi, and I've got a picture of it here actually. So this is it here, and the track taxi is sort of the very first salvo in what I think is going to be um, the future of the G70. So I'm going to get into that a little bit now, and I'm going to talk about what's happened and what I've seen lately. So Genesis last week or the week before was in the news, and they have announced that they are entering Le Mans with an LMP2 car. So that's the top class, and they'll be in the Le Mans Racing Series starting in 2026. And they are really diving in headfirst on this one. They've decided that well, I mean, based on what I've seen, they've decided that they're hiring industry experts like they did when they developed the Genesis brand, and they've gone out and uh, procured the services of the former head of Renault F1. And that's a pretty big move. I mean, when you get a Formula One team principal to head up your Le Mans racing effort, they're serious. So it's pretty clear to me that Genesis is all in on racing and all in on performance. They've created a luxury brand that is pretty fantastic. It's won lots of awards. The design is outstanding through Luke Dockerwald, and of course the engines and chassis and the architecture of these cars is spearheaded by Albert Biermann, former head of BMW M. And so, yeah, the brand is doing amazing stuff. Now, what's particularly interesting and where I'm leading to here is, what I think may be happening with the G70, and what I actually really believe is going on here is that a G70 Magma version is coming. Um, there's a gentleman named Ash Corson. He's the head of product at Genesis USA, and he made some really interesting comments in car magazines recently, and that was that the G70 is the Genesis gateway product to the brand and quite strategically important to get enthusiast advocates. That's a direct quote. Ash then went on to say that global discussions are occurring every week, and the G70 is an obvious candidate for magma treatment. I don't think we could hear it any more clearly that the G70 will be coming in a Magma version. And I think that is tremendously exciting. The car is wonderful in its current form, but I just can't even imagine what a Magma version of this car would look like, how it would perform. You know, anyone who owns one knows that the chassis is capable of so much more. It's already a great chassis, but it's been designed to have a performance version. The motor, the transmission, uh, very, very lightly tuned for what they could be putting out. And who knows, maybe Genesis will even go as far to put the 3.5 twin turbo in, or they'll go with a hybrid powertrain for this car should it come out. But regardless of how they achieve their goal in making this a Magma version, any one of the powertrains that are available would be very suitable, including the current 3.3 twin turbo that's in the car. So the question now in my mind is, when will this car come, and what will it look like, and who will it compete with? Will it compete with BMW M3, M4? Will it compete half a step lower with, say, an Audi RS5? Where will it slot in? What will pricing look like? And when will this come to market? Because dang it, I want one. So if you haven't already seen, go online, check out. I'm going to show you here. Check out this new GMR 001 Le Mans car. This thing is absolutely stunning. It's got this Genesis signature um, dual lines in the front, which makes it look amazing. And hey, stay tuned. If I hear anything more, I'll be posting a video about it. If you see anything or you know anything, post in the comments. Let's get a discussion going. And thanks for visiting. We'll talk to you soon.